Good evening, everyone. Start the today's session. Let me give a brief intro about the esteemed resource person, Mr. Anand Rampal, sir. Mr. Anand Rampal is a senior lead engineering manager at Design Department of L&T Construction Limited, involved in design and construction of industrial manufacturing facilities, GFRC facade designs, airport terminal buildings design, pipe cracks, machine foundation design, etc. He has 17 years of excellence. He holds B.Tech in Civil Engineering from Nagarjuna University and M.Tech specialization in structural from IIT Guwahati. He has professional engineering membership from Engineering Council of India. His area of professional interest in precast design, composite structural steel design, and modular construction of buildings and factories has put his role in this meeting. Now, without further ado, I request all the participants welcoming our esteemed resource person for today's session, Mr. Anandram. Sir, over to you, sir.
Hi, good evening, all. Thanks for the introduction. Am I audible and are you able to see me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I hope the introduction, thanks for the introduction, and further I will switch off my video and I'll just switch on the mic and I'll share the content alone. Is that okay? Okay, fine. Let me share the content. The content is visible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity, the Institute management and organizers. Today, we are talking about the applications of artificial intelligence in the RCC lab. RCC lab is just an example, and I just want to touch upon the artificial intelligence influence on the, especially in the civil engineering and various other technologies the world or industry is currently using in the civil engineering profession. So I'm expecting I will be consuming around not more than 30 minutes. I think it will be okay. So let's begin. So first we'll see the origin of the where this artificial intelligence has started. I'm really surprised. I'm not an expert in the AI, even though but I'm very interested in developing and utilizing this AI in my profession. The entire world is moving towards that, irrespective of any field, whether it is construction, industrial manufacturing, defense, health manufacturing, and even education. Everywhere AI. Okay. So for this topic, I was trying to explore some of the data. So I was really astonished and surprised that this was way long before it was started. But the real fruits, we are going to take it up in current century only. So it was started way before in 90s and 1950, and the birth is happen of a real AI is happened in 1956. So I'm not going to read out the slides. I think you can go ahead through these slides. I will just give the content and the gist of this slide, and I will share these slides to you guys. You can go through later on. The actual maturities happened in 1957. AI found a principal application area such as expert system and medical diagnosis. Now, if you see apart from all the sectors, medicals people are going to be, they're already into the already matured field. They're actually getting the real benefit of the AI compared to any other segment. It is any other segment. If you see the medical fields, they are really using this AI on an advanced stage. The real boom, even though it is 80 to 87, but it's I'm not sure it is not in near in Asian countries or maybe in European and Western countries. So coming to that, artificial intelligence, general intelligence, actually it's present in 2012. The deep learning is and AI assistants and AI for good. So these are all AI powered assistants such as Siri, Alexa. We are using in our day to day, like Gemini, Samsung has started recently, right? If you see the AI, artificial intelligence, what is the overall spectrum of that? If you see, the inner core is the machine learning. Okay, so the outer cell is a planning and search and knowledge and reasoning, but the inner is machine learning. AI is all about the data, the how much data you collect, how much data you process it, how much data you are handling, and the data. If you see nowadays, the data centers are booming. That's all because of the AI. So if you want to accurate AI modeling, if you want to utilize AI, you should handle the data, lot of data, gigabytes of data, trillion gigabits of data. That's why even in India, so much of data centers are booming. So the current topic you just seen as of now, yeah, that's very generic. And what was the origin and artificial intelligence, but how it is useful in as a civil engineer, that's we are going to see now. So especially in the structural engineering, one who makes the mission to utilize the natural resources for the optimum benefit of the mankind and reuse the byproduct for the same benefit is called AI engineering. It's the quotation is not by me, one of our good friend. Okay, so the BIM engineering, building information model is a system actually. That's the origin actually. We started after 2D, all design officers started doing nowadays in 3D. For that, we are going to we are utilizing already in BIM. So for BIM, various tools are there. You might be already aware, like Rivet, Tekla, and Master Stations, and Bentley stations. There are so many tools are there. So the BIM is a forefront for the civil engineering to go towards the digitalization, and from there it is go to the artificial intelligence. So the BIM is the origin. So to handle the mega projects, the BIM is a necessary, and it is a even a client is making them as a compulsory tool. Without that, we cannot handle billions of dollars of project like Neo. So apart from BIM, nowadays we are having all even industries are going. They're making automation, right? So all manufacturing units, they're making automation. How they are making automation? So the machines will talk. The Internet of Things is the making that's a seamless connectivity between the machines. Of course, thanks to the high-speed networks, 5G. We are in still 5G, but China and Korean countries are way forward. So one way we are capturing the almost all benefits of the technology, that that again that effect is on the environment. So we are going ahead a renewable energy as a zero carbon effect on the environment. So the teams are again utilizing the thrust is on the renewable energy and data centers. I already touched upon. So augmented reality, I think it is augmented reality is nothing but if you create a BIM model and you can have a lens or you can have any tab. If you just open any one model, may say for example a building model, if you go and scan it at a real site, and we can the advanced BIM model and the ongoing construction site, you can merge it and we can visualize. That will be very very useful in nowadays in construction field. Of course, robotics, Robotics is at a very early stage, and especially we are using in 3D printing robots. So 3D printing has its own challenges, especially in the construction field. If medical field or research, they're exhaustively using the 3D printing because of their size handling. And if you come to construction, you have to build a building in 3D printing. If you compare that, if you're if you are creating a, say for examples, a dentist creating a 3D printed tooth. So in medical field, they're excessively using this 3D printing compared to the construction industry. So we have smart glasses. Of course, Google has already have um, Google Smart Lens. So these are all mega projects. Not only mega projects, even in India, even L&T also, we are going fully. We are utilizing all of these technologies in current mega projects. So the benefit, not only the benefit, the spectrum, the capacity of the technology. If you just imagine as a well planned city like Singapore, if you are rebuilding in the digitally in the BIM model, including roads, buildings, and traffic, all MEPs, even your governance, everything there. Actually, the Bentley has created a digital twin of Singapore city, and they're monitoring, and they're trying to govern through the digital twin. That is only through the AI. So this image is just a 3D printing of the office in UAE. That I believe some people have. I believe we required a lot of research, a lot of materials, has to be done in 3D printing if you are going to use it. But we have a lot of scope, especially in mass rapid housing industry, for the 3D printing in the civil engineering. Augmented reality for digital visualization, I already told you. If you develop a full model of a building, a structure in your computer, and if you go to the construction site, and you can mix these two, your BIM digital tool into the your ongoing construction site, and you can visualize, and even you can coordinate with across the various coordinate departments like MEP and architectural and finishes, and even your construction speed and schedule also can be monitored through these techniques. This is a That's what I was trying to tell you. This is ongoing on site, and they can use this tab, and we can scan it. And even I forgot to tell you, actually, even we have a 3D scanners. If you have even your quantities are taken from the 3D scanner, you will be having a live recording, live feeding of the videos and scanners that will be captured into the system, and it will be developed as a BIM model.
Hello.
So how beautiful it is.
Excuse me, sir.
Yep.
Sir, slides are not showing now. Only first page is showing continuously.
Nobody had told that. Really?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I will stop sharing and I will reshare it. Okay? Let me try that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
I was not aware that it was not visible. Okay, let me try again. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you are seeing that first slide. After that, it was you were not able to see. That's what you are telling, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Actually, the slides are giving the introduction and origin, how the AI was developed. And anyhow, I will share these slides. If somebody is interested, you can go ahead later on. So how we are at the how the civil engineering is benefiting from the artificial intelligence. So we are currently, I think you remember, if it is, we are talking about the BIM and how it was useful in the mega projects like NEOM. NEOM is a wonder city the king is building in UAE. It's worth of 500 billion. These of course, it will span for over a 10 and 15 years project, but um, these kind of mega projects definitely is only possible with the digitalization tools like BIM and other advanced technologies. That's what I was trying to try to tell. And even Bentley also competing with these virals, I mean rivals. They even created a Singapore city. I told you, as a digital twin in their systems, and of course they gather the real-time data by taking the permission from the Singapore government, and they are trying to govern the city and manage the city through the digital twin. That is the capacity of the AI and advanced technology, and BIM has the power. So that is going to happen for even for entire cities. Uh, even some of the famous advanced institutional campuses are managed through the just in one touch. Your lights and MEP systems and your security and everything is digitalized nowadays, right? So this, when it is digitalized, so the data is available. When the data is available, you are going into the AI. So you need a lot of data to process your AI models. So the origin is digitalization, and from there you have to use the AI with the different AI models. So these are all benefits when the AI is giving to the student. Is a technology you might have heard, 3D printing. In if you see, L&T has constructed recently one post office in Bangalore. You can Google it. Our one of our director was given a media brief about that. This image is about this in Dubai. One of the office of the future. This is a building name. They have done entirely in 3D printing. This is how a real-time augmented reality and your design office and site collaboration is going to collaborate and getting the benefits and handling the construction and issues and construction schedule, costing, and quantity survey, everything. Even even approval also from the if you see the European countries, they're far advanced in BIM implementation. So even government approval also, government made a BIM is a mandatory. That much they are in advance. But we are still BIM is thrived by the private clients. We are not at government is not made a mandatory few of the project, but it is going to be the future. If you have your construction and your civil engineering projects in BIM, then only it is enabled in the AI. So these are the a few features to give you a glimpse of the what is the benefits of ongoing technologies, how the civil engineering is benefiting. Okay, so there are traditional methods and developed optimizing the complex structural system. You just imagine if you want to design a beam, if you want to design a column, a slab, how much time it will take manually without any STAD and ETABS. And the same, if you are using a STAD and ETABS, how much complex structures we can do it. So that analysis, if we have it, and the Bentley is collecting all those system data from the users, and they are going to use as AI models. So if you want to do a terminal building of airports, you no need to do that anything again. So it will collect all the data from all their Bentley systems, it will give the best solution for given conditions. Nowadays, if you see even in home also, where all homes are home automation is a booming business, and even as government is making a smart cities. Uh, we have a separate business unit on smart cities, where the government is interested to build a smart cities. Smart cities nothing but they will make all their city infrastructure automated, that will be controlled in a control center. So, I think the current session objective is, uh, as a faculty of the institute, you want to know what is the benefit of the AI and how we can utilize this AI into your engineering professional or R&D. So I will try to give a small example how the AI is getting can be used in a small design. So, so this is a civil engineering and machine learning. Machine learning, of course, this is for civil engineers. For this, like alien, we don't know what is that actually. But you don't need to learn completely, because of thanks to the AI models like ChatGPT and DeepSeek, you can utilize those. So you don't need to learn nowadays C or Python. So I will just go through the evolution of mega trends and shaping the field. So green building. Okay, this we are just touching on very surface level all the technologies. What are the different technologies we are using? So if you are going to use this technology, of course, any tool or any system, there is challenges like we need to, this is a capital investment, and there are safety standards and hazards are there. And we don't have a skilled workforce that we need to develop the workforce development. And of course, regulatory compliances and governing issues also will be there. So even um, when even for internet in India, so we don't have any controlled media, so we don't have a rules there. So if you are going for AI going to be our future, so the government has to make the policies and regulate in advance. So our Western friends are much more in advanced stage of that. So hope India also will be going to in the same path. So if you are actually, I won't say this is a disadvantage of the conventional system. The basic you should know. Okay, any civil engineering, you should not fully depend on the standard or softwares and any tools. The basics every student should know. But for the given complexity of the projects and timelines, you should definitely use the tools and technology. Okay, so I'm not telling actually this is I don't mean to be a disadvantage of conventional, but there are if you are going to be a old fashioned, then definitely it is a disadvantage. We need to grasp the and learn the new tools and technologies to handle a mega projects and researches. If you see how the AI is especially is attributed to the structural analysis and engineering, so this is similar. This model and concept is similar to any other thing. The integration of AI to artificial intelligent models unlocks the power of capability of structural analysis, enhancing the efficiency of the accuracy. So this structural analysis is the core for the any construction any project. The front runner is the runners are the structural designers. So our even our L&T also design team is we are also looking the into fully automation of the our designs processes, especially through we have a dedicated design automation team where they will only make the patches and all macros they will develop and give supporting to our design team. Not only in industry, even in institutions also. I think all our premier institutes they are encouraging the automations in very high way. So now what I want to say, you don't need to learn C language and Python. If you just go to some ChatGPT and just you just prompt a comment, I want so and so code in Python or C. You just it will you can easily download and you can develop your own app even for even structural analysis. So I will try to show you one example. Uh, so this is how we are going to use AI when for the designing the RCC slab. So we can use neural networks analyze the data to predict the load bearing capacity. So this is for an example I'm just taken here. So the process is like structural analysis, material optimization, design explorations. So what are the benefits actually? We can enhance the efficiency and we can improve our accuracy and we can do our design and construction very cost optimized projects we can do. This is all because of okay. For that all you need again a lot of data. For that again we are depending on uh, all data centers and all well established commercial software houses like Bentley, CSI, etc. So here there are I'm this is very dry subject. Maybe you may not get interest. I am not sure. This is we are using a neural network for especially for this non-linear relationships, and if you are going to be adaptive learning, neural networks is the best model. So we need a lot, as I told you, large data sets. Neural networks require large amount of training data to learn effective and generalize well unseen data. So 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 the process I will just go through. What is the how we can generate a model for designing the slab design. We have to split the data and model. To give the training to the modeling, and we have to after that we have to validate whether the data results given is accurate or not, and we have to test the model. So same predictive design models to we can apply to optimization of the mega structures like windmills and tall structures and swing bridges. Suspension bridges. So the real example I was trying to quote is this one. I'll just make it in a different steps to understand your um, simply. So first we have to give the problem statement to identify the key features, means what are the your parameters like material, grade of material, grade of reinforcement, grade of concrete, and what is the span. uh, so the problem statement is that for a given span and thickness you need to find out what is the load capacity of the slab. Okay, so for that various steps involved in utilizing this data, sorry, AI. So we have to process the data, the features we have to reduce, and we have to narrow the data which is not required. So After that, we have to use a random forest algorithms. We can use many algorithms, but currently we the algorithms used is a random forest algorithms. Then we have to assign variables and check the results, train the model and just validate. Then we have to test it and deploy the maintenance. So sorry. So these are the various processes when we are going to develop an not only any writing, even if I see programming, also you have these kind of flowcharts and steps. This is just to give a nutshell level how you can use the AI, how you can generate AI model. So our example is we have to predict the loads for reinforcing RC slab, uh, which is of course, this is a main primary member of any building, RCC slab. That how we can, as I told you, given in the flow chart, these are the objective. We have to predict what is the load carrying capacity or the failure load of RCC slab. The output should be, it should give the what is the ultimate load or service load at failure. So whatever I shown in the flow chart, I'm just explaining in step by step. This is the how the data collection we have to input the first what is the FCK and F5 and what is the load, and then our output will be what is the capacity it can take the given slab. So once it is given, then we have to source that experimental data, or it is going to use again the FEM and historical data, which is already available in our data warehouses. So this is how the data is going to process. It will again handle even missing data, and it will feature the engineering, and it will test. It will train and test and split in like 70, 20, and 10 divisions. The model selection, the machine learning models, like I told you, linear regression and uh, GB Boost and like GBM and SVM are the different models. We can choose it based on your. Uh, okay, machine learning models and deep learning and hybrid model. We actually more efficient is the deep learning models are more efficient models nowadays. People are using. This is the next. Have to train the model, and we can use this mean square error, mean square root squared error, or mean absolute error for regression analysis task. And optimization algorithm, we have different algorithms are already available, like adam and sgd and rm s pro. We can use uh, after that we can just cross validate the whole. Next, model evolution and deep deployment. Um, then we have to just use these tools to and for like I already told, we can use these even these libraries also, simulation like TensorFlow and PyTorch and skitlearn and pandas. Am I boring you? I mean, nobody is asking anything. Hello.
Sorry, sir. Actually, the participants are muted. We have unmuted. We are unmuting them now.
Okay, fine. So this is okay. Fine. Sorry, everybody is silent. That's why. Fine. So after running this AI model, this is the example I was trying to do for given thicknesses and span. Um, what is the load carrying capacity? It can be arrived. This is slab is just a small element in, and Just imagine if a Burj Khalifa like structures, if you want to analyze, of course they might have done with the ETAPS and the stand earlier, but in the future it will be the AI. AI, you don't need to model anything. You just give the inputs like a employee's requirement or owner requirements. Say I want this much by this much area and this many floors. I want this is my cost and this is my timelines. The AI is going to give the different example, different solutions, and from that you need to choose it. That is going to be very simple, but this required a lot of efforts, and that may take a lot of time. Uh, that going to be the future. As a structural engineer, if I am going to do the one building design, uh, the owner or concept architect will give me the inputs. I want this building sizes, and this is the grid spacing, and this is the number of stories. Then I have to model everything, each and every element in ETABS and STAT. Uh, that's how we will perform the design and analysis. But what I'm telling, if you are going to use the AI, you know do all these things again. So you just require to enter your what is your requirement, like if you want to develop any commercial or office building. So these are the my number of employees, these are the shifts, and these are the square meter I'm expecting, square feet of office space I'm expecting, and this is my cost and this is my timeline. So AI is going to give quickly number of options of given cost and budget, timelines, your building configurations and solutions. That's how a future is going to be. This is just one small example what I was trying to show you. So this is what the Python code I was actually this is used by one of our friend supported me to for this conference. So I was telling you this is the final output what we are getting if you run this code. We can any environment like Python or C or C++, but this is how we are getting 16.8 square meter of load carrying capacity of that given example. So again, I told you that there are challenges and considerations, the data quality, and how much your data is accurate. If anybody is using ChatGPT, how much accurately it is giving values. Uh, that's if you keep on going to use generation by generation like this AI tools, you will definitely forget what is our basics. Of course, as I told you, our basics should be there, and this AI is like a tool. As a human, is going to use it. So to validate your AI tools outputs, you should be aware of what is actually the results could be, and the results also again depending on your data quality. So for that's what I'm telling, we need to cross validate and regularize the. Sorry,
వేయటానికే నేను అక్కడ తీసుకుని చేస్తాగా.
I think others can keep mute, right? So there are some of the references we can have, maybe useful for you also if you are interested to further explore in this for Python and all this machine learning. If you want to explore further, these are some YouTube links you can see that. So that's what how I want to conclude. So even you create any mission, these machines are for human only. Now, machine should not run a human, even though machines talks. But all these machines and technologies and artificial intelligence should not be replaced by human, but it should be enriching the human life. That's how I want to conclude. Thank you. If you want to ask anything, I think it is 5:36. If you have any queries, you can have a 5 minutes interaction. Thank you.
Thank you for the
If any queries are there, somebody can read out. I will try to answer it if it is possible. Or we can conclude. I'm seeing a lot of staff, senior staff is there. Their names are there. Thank you for your patience and listening me. So you encourage your students and to go and utilize these tools, and but don't shift towards the software field. That's what I want to say. So people are keep on trying this, and they will be in love with the software industry, software career. You use your software, these software tools and technology, but you be in a civil engineering profession or structural profession. So nowadays nobody is coming into our, not interested to come and work in this field, even though we have a lot of scope, lot of scarcity of the employment in our field. So you encourage your students to use these tools and be a benefit, and but don't lose, don't shift your profession from a core civil engineering to a computer science and sorry, a software developer like some a data scientist. That's what I want to request the staff here, so that anything, any views, anybody want to share anything, please?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
First of all, sir, very informative session. And sir, I have worked in industry in designing part, but
Mm-hmm.
and there I have experienced that while using Strat Pro, and at the same time I was using Revit architecture, but there
Mm-hmm.
was a clear difference. And I was talking about in 2014, I was
Mm-hmm.
doing project these types of projects. And
Mm-hmm.
at that time, I was facing the problem that how can I make a Revit architecture uh, model directly into the Stat Pro. And this question was solved by AI, and it is
Mm-hmm.
normally improving.
Mm-hmm.
So, sir, is there anything which can we do, like we can this building information modeling, in which we can add all of the softwares?
See, building information is a system or the process how you digitalize your building or your project. For that, the commercial softwares like Revit and Tekla and MicroStation, you have to use it. Uh, uh, is the question is how we have to do better? Can you repeat your question, please?
Sir, yeah, my question is how can we integrate all these other other softwares, like Revit is from Autodesk, and Tekla is other company based, and the Statflow is from other company. But how can we integrate all these softwares to
See,
get a
we
proper?
we we already doing that. Like Revit is Autodesk, and your Tekla is from Trimble Connect, Trimble. So different screen streams will be used by different. Especially Autodesk will be mostly used by the architect, and for Revit is especially used for by the architect. Uh, if you see the Tekla, it will be used by mostly by the structural professional, especially for the structural steel. So these are all we can have a .ifc files. We can match each software. We can collect the model from Tekla by .ifc file format. There are the interoperability data for file formats are there. Okay, so any file, any software can take from other software input that can be taken, but STAD is an analysis, basically analysis and a design software. The Revit and
Yes, sir.
Tekla is for detailing softwares. So even Bentley, the STAD is nowadays making, uh, trying to do the drawings from directly from STAD, from RCDC. If you just design
Yes,
the
yes, sir.
beam columns design, you can just plot the drawings also. But that is not actually commercially not sellable. Those are
Yes, sir.
required a lot of development, not as profession as Autodesk or Tekla. So they are even trying to do that, how to make analysis and design software as a detailing, as a single software. There are already
Yes, sir.
people
Yes,
are
sir.
trying to do that, but these are, as of now, those are not successful. Maybe in future they will do that.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Rampal sir.
వేలాడుతుంది 3,600 చిల్లర తీసుకున్నాడు ఆయన 2.5 కూడా వాళ్ళ గట్టిగా
Hello, good evening, sir.
కూడా తీసుకొని ఉంటాడు పట్టుకో.
Yes, good evening, please.
Yes, sir. I have
Mute చేశారు.
mute all of them, sir. Actually, we have some disturbance from the participant side. Anyway, sir, without further ado, I thank you for the valuable presentation and the valuable words which you have given to us. That was a great presentation, and the integration of AI and civil engineering was fantastic an idea. And the idea of taking it in the civil engineering and not shifting to any other departments was fantastic. Thank you for the valuable presentation, sir. We on the behalf of Base Institute of Technology and Sciences, Civil Engineering, was very thankful to you for this valuable session. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you all. Thanks. Bye bye. Can we